and tape it to a toilet paper roll. You're already feeling.
Who's saying
this.
that?
That's
The teacher?
The teacher is saying this. What?
So clearly Anisha hasn't gone to school before.
Mind you, to be fair, Onision's so fucking old that he probably went to school in like the 60s. I mean, he was probably to school during, you know...
Where they could still cane people.
I was thinking like when fucking Roger Waters went to school.
It was a year later to Geoffrey Waters.
God. Jason couldn't believe what she had just said, and Alex maintained an awkward, frozen facial expression with his mouth slightly open in his normal, weirdo, somewhat robotic fashion. What? Oh my god! Abby whispered under her breath with a slight smirk. I grinned uncontrollably. Just seeing her amused was amazing to me. Ugh. I could hear a scream in the back of my mind reminding me that dorkiness and borderline obsession was escaping through my face.
It's not all escaping through my face.
I just like the idea, like he's just like
It is a rare condition where the emotions try to leap out through the skin. We need to give you shots of blended leeches.
It's just like opens his mouth, his head turns back, and it's like lights just start pouring out of his mouth and ears.
Onision is Pennywise. I have been suspicious for a while.
Pennywise, no, but Pennywise does less horrible things to children.
It's not that I couldn't help being in awe of Abby and basically every little thing she did. I simply didn't want to change how I felt. In a way, she was like your favourite song or book. You could pretend not to like it, and in time, with the right mental coaching, maybe you would sincerely dislike it. Your life just felt so much better embracing your condition entirely, letting all your nerdy admiration flow freely.
What's he talking about?
How much she's got? How much she's got a stiffy over some.
Genuinely, I think because I was reading the chat for a second, like I kind of lost track of what you were talking about.
Shall I read it again?
No. I just meant explain.
Basically, it was like he's basically saying that Abby is this amazing thing, and that
he can't hide his enormous boner for her.
Yeah, basically. Mrs. Stanley.
It'd be great where he gets a jar out and wanks into it, like one-upping. What's his name? It's my wank jar. Like, but it's okay because I was thinking of Abby when I was doing it.
So it's totally not weird. Because in this universe, I'm 16 and I'm the best version of Greg.
Mrs. Stanley continued. If there's anyone else who has an issue, please take it up with my 1-800 number, which is... She put her hand up in the air, signaling the students to react, but only a couple kids replied out loud with her catchphrase. 1-800 boo-hoo, they mumbled. She continued. Good.
Isn't fucking tenure an amazing thing to have when you're a teacher?
It's like, did you write a lesson plan or anything? No? What happened? I just abused the kids. Basically, I called them all crybabies and called one of them a failure who pisses in the bottle.
Yeah, also I said they need to, in order to pass the class, they need to break something of theirs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Can we get a no tenure?
Yeah.
Shit.
Good. Now for the rest of class, please work with your partner on what you plan to bling and draw up a prototype sketch of what you feel your final piece of art will look like. Mrs. Stanley walked to the back of her room and sat down at her 1950s looking rust-infested desk.
I don't know about you, but like failing art doesn't really seem that bad. Or like, you know what? Maybe if I work hard on my other classes, I won't have to. You know, I can just skip this shit.
I would always laugh internally when I looked at the old thing. Maybe it was my way of coping with the fact that I attended one of the most run-down schools in the States. What are you going to bring, James? Abby asked. It was amazing hearing my name pass her lips.
Oh my god.
If I didn't respond right away, she would think I was totally awkward. Cool!
Oh no.
I have no idea.
I responded, smiling, she said, I'm going to bring my hamster cage.
I thought she'd bring a hamster.
I asked.
Did he die or something?
She laughed. No, I never got one. The cage was just a gift from my dad.
Your dad didn't get you a hamster through the cage?
I asked. She paused and started to lose her smile. As the first sign of her smile fading, I felt a crushing pressure in my chest. Hopefully you can find something that will work with that. I couldn't help but feel like a total jerk despite not even knowing what I did wrong.
You know, I don't know about you, but like,
Despite not knowing what I did wrong. Well,
yeah.
How long have you got, Greg?
Yeah. No, but this is like, so I don't know if this is just the effect of reading so many creepypastas. I'm waiting for when he snaps and starts murdering people, because I'm still getting that vibe, even though this is, it's not a creepypasta, is it? It's not like, he's not going to go on a murder spree, probably, but I'm waiting for it because it feels.
School shooter energy.
Yeah.
I had the overwhelming urge to fix how she felt, so I took a gamble.
Because human beings are projects.
Well, I could always bring that weird vibrating thing my mom hides in her drawers, all wrapped up in a cloth.
I said.
Nailed it!
She busted out laughing hysterically as a huge grin filled my face.
Nobody would have fucking laughed at that. That is a laugh of pity.
I was so happy I could get her to smile again. Ew, James! She continued to laugh as the extent of my grin began to stress my cheeks. I couldn't remember.
I'm gonna bring my mum's sex toy. Is that funny? Like, do you think this is like a retelling of his actual school life? But he's just telling it like he was like, oh, I made that joke, and instead of being
nobody fucking laughed. He didn't even say to anyone in particular. He just like addressed the room when everyone else was talking and not talking to him.
he just blurted out loud like, so what are you gonna bring like? Think something, and then he's like quiet for about 30 seconds, and he's like, and he's like, my mum's sex, my mum's dildo. He says that really loudly, and everyone just stares at him.
Abby's laughing trailed off and she paused. Turning to me, she said, You didn't actually your mum's. I responded.
Yes, it's up my
butt.
butt.
I wouldn't know about that.
No, I wouldn't know about that. I'm glad it made you laugh.
She responded, returning
no,
to
my
a
mum
soft...
doesn't have it. She just has the anal beads.
She responded, returning to a soft laugh.
Alright.
You're more goofy than I thought, James.
Dragon Ball Z fan 22 says, did Onision rip off Thomas? Justice for the toddler.
Yes, I thought so.
No, Thomas
does definitely give off a lot of the same vibes.
Yeah,
this story.
I don't know. I think Thomas is a more likable character.
I agree. I think Thomas is better written than this as well.
Yep. You're more.
There's no toddler equivalent in this so far.
So the author of comics was probably about the age of the characters.
You're more goofy than I thought.
And statistically speaking, probably hadn't had sex with a child.
I sat next to her, looking at my fingers interlaced in front of me. My wide smile relaxed.
Oh, is he actually doing the? Is he actually doing that pose? The kendo pose?
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I've got to put my.
I gotta go set my toaster free.
I'm gonna go put my phone on charge.
All right. Okay, I'll wait till you come back. I'll keep reading.
Why don't we talk to the chat for a bit?
Okay.
And then I'll take over when I come back.
Sounds good.
What's your battery life at the moment, anyway?
20%, but my charger's here.
You've got a super long charger, right? That you? Where is it?
Oh, that it only fits my iPod.
Okay.
So but you know. Oh, there's my voice.
No, it's not. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Can't talk.
Jacob needs to go relieve his onion. Yeah. So how is everyone?
Enjoying the story so far. I don't know when we're gonna stop. It's that's quite distressing.
I was like, will you also read the second and third book? I am unsure. I really want to read Reaper's Creek just because of how terrible it is, but this is why I hate you not so much.
Alright, so give us a quick synopsis of those two books. Like, really, short.
Well, I'm not too sure about this part. It's probably really boring. So that's all I know. And then it's like, you know, it's the dark side.
This dark side, Phil.
Yeah, Reaper's Creek is basically, he is, like, all I can remember from it is that he, there's like a girl in it who basically sexually assaults him or something like that, and he finds that fine, and then he kills John.
That's a fucking leap.
I feel sorry for you reading this crap.
I feel sorry for you listening to this crap.
I'm dying
But then again,
inside,
you
Gemma.
can
That's
click
how
off.
I feel after reading this. Yeah, feel terrible reading this.
On a scale of this, like, which would you rather have, this or a broken foot? Wait, wrong. The answer is you've got both. You don't get a choice.
I don't get the choice. Yeah, Reaper's Creek Onion clones himself and fights God with his Chad sword. He brings his daddy issues to God, basically.
They find out Dad is God is his daddy issues.
Yeah, basically the second book is nihilist cringe, and then like it's just stupid. Are you guys gonna survive reading this whole book?
Well, I can leave whenever I want.
Yeah, no.
And then you have to stay here and read it.
Yeah, well I can't fucking move.
Yeah, it's great. I'm glad I arranged things to break your leg.
I am inevitable. Chris Hansen, and I am Chris Hansen. I'm only listening to this because I like you guys. Well, thank you. Praying for your sanity. No, please skip the graphic sexual intercourse in the story. Apparently, I like my own fics. I think Pastor Yowie fanfiction, and you guys read on the live streams. They're comedy, not this. Yeah, like we'll see when it comes up. Sort of how it is.
You're going to hear them vegetarian bodies.
Well, I've already heard 2 other people read through this book. What's wrong with me?
The real question was, why weren't we your first choice? Other than the obvious that we hadn't written it, but...
Yeah, just wait until Matt realises that his ankle is chained to the wall. He's like, ha ha ha, Matt, you'll be staying.
You don't feel like a north with my foot?
Yeah, he probably would not. He'd kick ass at like a fucking song.
First, like, I just want there to be like like the remake Saw, and the first thing was like, I'm so angry I want to punch this corpse in the ground.
Oh, wait, it's a lie. Film ends up.
The guy like the guy's secretly like, you know what? I'm gonna die.
Where's the George?
George.
Yeah.
It's in one of the cupboards.
It's not in the cupboard.
I think I moved it to a better cupboard.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, Saw is like, we're gonna die here. I'm going to indulge my sickest fancy having sex with this corpse.
It's like,
like, I know.
It's like,
oh no.
No, I've heard 3 people. What's wrong with it? I think it's just, are you a masochist by any chance?
Or do you just secretly like it?
Like, I don't believe you, Matt. Prove it on camera that you can not do it. George. It's a George Foreman grill.
Yeah, they use a bunch of shitty slang for shortness. The reasons, like, sometimes it's understandable, like a Dorite instead of Doritos, because, I don't know, you're saving so much time. And then sometimes it's Beppis. What the fuck is a Beppis, Gemma? Why am I going down the shops to pick you up a Beppis? The fuck's a Beppis, Gemma? What is it? Is it some sort of Scottish dish? A sort of sweet... No, it's a fucking Pepsi! Where did you get Beppis from fucking Pepsi? It's not a Peps. Oh, can you go pick me up a Peps? No, it's a Beppis. The fuck is wrong with you, woman?
You guys say soda or pop? No.
Neither really. It's usually referred to as a fizzy drinks and stuff like that. If not, there's like a pops of like pop. It's sort of a brand. Like you do it like pop drinks, and sometimes soda. Most people when they talk about soda, it's like the other kind of soda.
Yeah, I usually say like what kind of soda I want to get, but like in Scotland I used to.
Yeah, all soft drinks.
Yeah, or soft drinks. Yeah, I like fizzy juice.
Mm-hmm. We had this, Jacob and I were in a chat with one of the patrons, and he spent the entire thing just telling about, like, differences, like, little, like, British sort of things, like, explaining, like, money, like, a single pound, like, quid, or, like, you've got a £5 and a tenner, but you don't have, like, there's no, like, short term for, like, 20 or £50 notes.
Yeah, fiddy.
No one calls it a fucking fiddy. No one uses £50 notes.
No, true.
Like, America's got like $100 bills. Like, no one in this country. If you got a £50 note, then it's probably fucking fake.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, lots of places won't accept £50. Like a lot of them, I don't think a lot of the vending machines will accept a £50 note.
Yeah, like at my work, we've got to like a manager looking at the £50 notes. We can't. Like,
a lot of places like they are starting to inspect £20 notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you give them a £20 like the other day, I was doing shopping for work and I just had like a £20 note. And like, oh, do you have anything smaller? And, like they will just like be like they want to accept a £20 note.
By the way, the reason why I call it Beppis is because I saw it in a meme. Beppis and Conk for Pepsi.
That is a terrible reason.
Yeah, it just ended up becoming a thing. George Foreman girls are dangerously protective. Well, not as far as we've had ours for years and it's been working fine.
The thing wasn't from us though. That's like my friend at uni had one. We had catered accommodation. You weren't supposed to have cooking and stuff. You were only allowed your microwave and kettle. We snuck some of George Foreman grill. Everyone used to just call it the George.
Well, that's understandable.
To a George Foreman.
Yeah, well, like Beppis, where do you get Pepsi?
It's like a stupid meme.
Yeah, I know. That's what you just said, but it's still like you can work.
A lot of it's just short.
I know, but Beppis is nowhere.
Fucking lazy. It's like Zaid and
Yeah, I know. It's still stupid and infuriating, but Beppis is the worst one ever.
As I usually say, like, people say a little about Buff when we watch Buffy. Or, like,
Well, Ange.
or, yeah.
You want to watch Stuz? I'm gonna watch Stuz episode 2.
Stiz.
You see him turn into like leet speaking grunting. Oh, what do you want to watch? Zayden's.
Well, that's why Lucas, that's why Jacob's like now Cobe, because it's short, like, you know.
Well, yeah, you should. Of course, all like nicknames and stuff like that. How do you shorten Jacob anymore? Like, other than Jake.
I don't like Jake.
The guy, or I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, we call Simpsons Sim. Let's watch Sim.
You're ruining the language, you know that.
Simpsons. What do you want to do now? Most Sim.
More Sim, yeah.
You're
Okay,
making the language worse.
it was like Beppis, Buff, Crump. How does your brain work? Well, Crump was an accidental, like, verbal, like...
When you were drunk or something, wasn't it?
No, I was tired. I was really tired after flying.
We've been up all night like flying and stuff. I was so cold. You were sort of trying to get me to follow you. Like, come on, Jake. I'll get you some crump. But you just sort of stuck in your mouth. It's just kind of not moving. You tried to say coughing. Get you some crump.
Yeah.
And that's like the best.
Yeah, I'm with everyone who's calling your like your passion of speech. I hope you ruin Logan's language. I hope he grows up just to be incomprehensible, more than already being Scottish.
Well, Logan doesn't sound Scottish. Like, apart from the fact that he is Scottish, he's not at the same time. They're really procrastinating. They don't want to read this. Well,
I'm waiting for them to finish eating, and like they got like Gemma's got a sandwich. I'm guessing a bacon sandwich.
burger sandwich, I think.
Yep, made the bacon.
Like, yeah. It's not. It's
Yeah, good bastard.
something. Yeah. Watching Simps while drinking fizzy juice and considering putting on a pot of crump. There we go.
Well, it wouldn't be fizzy juice, would it?
Aye.
Wait, who calls it fizzy juice?
Scottish people. Like, I used to call it fizzy juice.
This is why Scottish people shouldn't be allowed to govern themselves. And should never have been.
Cope, come back through.
He's having his sadish.
Alright, so can I continue to read until you come back?
Or we can play here and play the shortening word game. I'm watching a move.
Alright.
On the compoo.
I think a lot of it was Tom Morgan's fault. That's it.
Yeah, it was Tom Morgan.
He was just doing it so much, and I have no mind of my own.
Alright, okay,
Yeah, but you can't go against Tom Morgan's like masculine sexual alpha energy.
so you're there. Abby.
It's formatted really fucking weirdly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gemma, you went. Oh, were you? No, were you, I think you might have been. No, you went here when we were just making all these jokes about Tom Morgan's like alphaness.
No, I was here.
Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, you were.
I was here. I was sitting on the couch.
He's making fun of that one guy.
It was like you guys came in when I was like sleeping on the couch. And then...
Oh yeah, and Jacob farted in your head.
I did no such thing.
You did.
Such a fucking liar.
You're being a Lee. Such a Lee.
Right.
You haven't missed much.
Oh, I've already lost my hand. Okay. As class came close.
Just 150
That's
people.
where we are, right?
Yeah.
Class came close.
So 153 people, which is here, listening to us. Well, listen to me bitch about the way you shorten words.
As class came to a close, Abby patted me on my arm and handed me a note. I put it in my pocket and said, "See you tomorrow." She just smiled and walked away. On my way to my next class, I opened the note. I didn't understand why, but it read, "Nice one." Niseone.
I read, got him, and
Not knowing what to make of it, and with little time,
Because he didn't speak the same language you do.
I stuffed it back in my pocket to look over later. Not feeling like skating home, I got on the bus. Thank you, Uncle Palpy. This is really nice to come home to. Thanks, folks. Just us bitching about Onion, Mr. Onion.
Mr. Onion, the fax machine.
Wait, I thought you were going to start going for like, Riker, like, Onion Boy, fix the fax machine.
Last night, just on the stream last night, this Zordon just ends up disassembling Alpha. It was a Game Dude that he had working for him instead, wasn't it? Just like, Game Dude!
El Game on, bro. You piece of shit.
To assemble a team. An elite team, Game Dude. A 5 teenagers with tight buttocks.
Like, even like
God.
I vaguely know what you're talking about. I still out of context of Jordan yelling at Game Dude. Chugging my rage
The
here.
story is not entertaining because you have to find ways to be entertained. Not feeling like skating home, I got on the bus to see all the normal rejects and misfits waiting.
What, is he called a normies rejects?
Davis, a short and scrawny kid, who had been my best friend since middle school, despite being 1 grade behind me, excitedly waved me over. How does Davis from Digimon talk?
Just like a kid. Just like there's nothing special. Sort of hype like.
Hey, James!
Yeah, that.
James! Nice to see you! It's written like that.
How do you remember who Davis is from Digimon?
Because it's a really weird name. He said in seemingly the dorkiest way possible. I smiled as he stood up, giving me the window seat, knowing very well by then that I preferred it. I remembered it because that's a last name. I remember seeing that show and going, that kid's got a last name for a first name. And that pisses me off even more than when people have first names for last names. So like, hi, I'm Chad Scott. Fuck yourself, Chad Scott. Get out of here.
To be fair, it probably wasn't his fault. Other than being named Chad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not his fault at all. That's his parents' fault. But you don't know his parents are gonna beat him up. Even though he's called Chad.
Exactly.
Or if someone calls Anthony Vincent.
Yeah. But having a surname, it was like, hi, I'm Stevenson Jones. Like, wait, what? No, you're not.
Like, someone made a mistake in your birth certificate and you haven't sorted it out yet.
Yeah, so the motherfucker
Always trying to ice skate up hills.
rolling around being named Davis and shit. Alright. As I sat down, I began looking out the window, analysing the little humans running left and
Virgin Co versus the Chad Scott. Yeah, that seems about right.
analysing the little humans running to get on their buses. Something reached out and caught the corner of my eye. I immediately shifted my head to see what it was, and I quickly realised it was Abby, standing in the parking lot by some beat-up sedan. What you looking at, James? Davis asked. Without hesitation, I began to respond. Ooh, it's Abby. She's in my art. My heart sank as I witnessed a boy I barely knew named Seth walked up to kiss Abby on the lips. it's bad enough getting cut, son, but getting cut
Just like someone
by someone
Seth.
called Seth. I'm picturing that only English people of a certain age are going to get this, but I'm picturing Seth Armstrong off Emmerdale. So, huge fucking bushy moustache. Basically, if you've played Link's Awakening, the original, not the remake, Link's Awakening, there's this guy, I think he's the telephone man, who has the big bushy moustache. That's what Seth Armstrong looked like. So I'm picturing like that guy basically just walking up to this teenager,
To be honest,
just
I'm
slobbing her on the
I was going to go
Also, I'm thinking Stretch Armstrong.
for... When you said Seth,
Seth Armstrong, but with the powers of Mr. Fantastic.
when you going for Seth, I was thinking he's getting cut by Seth Green, but yours is better. And then enormous bearded... wait, but that would put him on the same level as Onision.
Oh yeah. Well, that means he's got a chance. He's in with a chance. James, Davis said, but at that point his voice was a faint echo. In the darkness, my mind instantaneously lost itself in.
Crawling in my skin.
This is such a creepypasta, seriously.
I felt like after a... Oh, not the last one. $5. If you played Pumped Up Kicks over the dialogue, would it feel out of place?
Faster than my book.
Okay. I felt like after a life of numbness, I was finally about to truly feel warmth for the first time. I'd realised life was shit by high school, only to have it all taken away instantly, leaving me hopeless in the shadows.
I felt the way before, so insecure.
Ah shit, I just thought of the Rasmus.
Ah, shit. Blast, I just recalled the moon. Oh, was it? Damn,
I
I remember Jack Sparrow and Blast, I just recalled the moon.
So anyone who doesn't know this gag, like years ago we're doing there was that stupid
Yeah,
meme
there's a band called the Rasmus.
Yeah.
So anyone doesn't know. And then when they sort of faded away, you told me there's it's like a running joke which was shit. I just thought of the Rasmus. Whenever you think of the Rasmus, you must claim out loud. Shit, I just thought of the Rasmus, and then we changed it to a few other things.
Yeah.
But like we kept remembering the Rasmus past the point of just because of this
Yeah.
joke.
Basically, the joke was no longer funny, but it was like just out of bloody mindedness,
Yeah.
we carried it on. And just
It's like anything like something reminded you of it wasn't the Rasmus, it was this other band. But shit, I just thought of the Rasmus.
yeah, because yeah,
I don't even remember what the fucking Rasmus any of their
literally
songs.
just him saying "hopeless
Yeah,
in
that
the
song,
shadows."
In the Shadows.
That's
Oh,
what made me. That's what made me think of the Rasmus just now.
Who's that guy who said, "Wake me up"? Like,
Evanescence.
They always remind me of the shit, you know. Of
Like one of my friends in school, I remember when Evanescence first came out. He goes, "Have you heard this band Evanescence?" I was like, "No, are they any good?" He's like, "No, they suck." And I was like, "Well, what do they sound like?" He's like, "Well, it's like Linkin Park, right? But if the singer was Cher." And all these years on, it's still a really perfect definition.
but you don't like shit. Do you believe it never? That's enough shit. I love shit share
I'm
impressions.
never gonna get through this. I look down at my knees.
You hoping to get through this entire book in one evening?
No, of course not. But like, we're just making it go on so long. It's like Matt working as a DJ, and all the records were missing. It's like, Return of the Mac. That was Return of the Mac by that guy who sang Return of the Mac.
We've done that joke so many times, and it's still funny.
It's still good. It's still good. Okay, alright, okay. I look down at my knees, feeling as if I lost all muscle control in my neck.
He shits himself.
It's okay, because his boy Jason's behind him with a jar to catch it. It's like, I got you. It's like, I got you, fam. And just all his feces, just like falling into a glass jar.
Luckily, I saw it and I lost all muscle control. Luckily, and my bowels and bladder loosened. Luckily, Jason just jumped out behind me like MVP, plugged up one hole in the other. He's gonna channel it back. Stick a hose in one end and then back in the other, so it's just a big loop.
Ouroboros of diarrhea. You okay? Davis asked.
As he edged away from the soiled front seat. So, please. I don't ask for much from the fans because I hate them all. Please, can we have fan art? I'm your way, looking depressed.
On a school bus.
On piss, while in the background, some girls kissing, basically what I imagine Hagrid looked like. Can someone please do that?
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Yes.
Just this covered in feces, and a broken car. This is like Peanuts ass art style. He's got kissing my man Seth Armstrong.
With his like Mr. Fantastic arms.
Yeah, he's wild, basically
Please
a
fucking
wild,
look.
wobbling,
Please
flailing
just
arm.
fucking Google Seth Armstrong. It's amazing. Right. I responded with hesitation.
Because I was drenched in feces and piss. It took me a while to get control of my muscles again, but by then it was too late. Just like a rancid puddle.
Oh my god.
I'm just stupid.
Apparently someone's taken up the chat.
Can do, fam. Yeah, if you can't be asked to look up Seth Armstrong, just do the Telephone Man from the original Link's Awakening, because they look exactly the same.
So like like if he does send it in, are we gonna like show get like a now and bad creepypasta the gallery?
Well, you might have noticed in recent episodes we've been doing that at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know if we did in the last one, but in most of them we've been doing.
Can you
like,
put the gallery music on from Art? Was it? Is it Art Attack?
I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, it goes and now the gallery.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're one of the coolest guys I know.
I don't know many people.
I don't know why.
That's cool.
I don't know why Davis is suddenly Sonic.
Fuck it, why not?
Davis replied, I continued my silence as he offered words of encouragement.
Don't worry, no one knows that you covered yourself in feces.
Okie dokie. Well, you're awesome and should be super happy. So, if you want to talk, I'm your buddy. So I'm here to talk. I was too focused on the conflict raging in my mind to hear anyone at that
Raging
point.
his bowels.
I couldn't think about anything but Seth kissing Abby my entire trip home. His long arms wrapping around her like two passionate cobras.
Like sex lampreys.
So, okie dokie, artichoke.
When I was, so you're saying artichoke around me? When we went on our trip at work, we had radios in the car, so we could radio each other, because we had 3 cars, and everyone had to have call signs. And me and the guy I was in my car with, we ended up being Dr. Cucumber and Artichoke. There's someone radio through about this is Dr. Cucumber. Because one of the ladies was Thunder Thighs. I was like, this is it was like really loud and clear, Thunder Thighs. This is Dr. Cucumber here. Me and Artichoke are just. It was the fucking greatest. Just like, just the fact we had stupid call signs made the entire trip so fun.
I'm trying to imagine like what's some great other cool signs like, hello, I'm Maximum Sex and Dr. Awesome.
Maximum sex. Bob Johnson.
Big McLarkin.
That night, my mum was literally just serving lentil beans she prepared on her crock pot for the billionth time. A fair exaggeration, but still, it was excessive to say the least. My sister was behaving as she usually did at the dinner table, talking about how stupid she thought school was, and how she couldn't wait for college. That doesn't make sense.
How was work, Mum?
I asked, trying to keep my mind off the haunting images looping in my... Trying to keep my mind off the haunted images looping in my mind. I mean, you probably don't need me to tell you, but this book is self-published.
Yes.
Can we just bask in the cutness of the previous scene? Just like, oh wow, Anishin got cut. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
He got cut by a guy named Seth.
You want me to read them off?
Yeah, you can do.
What marvellous voice are you gonna do? What possible? Your many range of voices of high-pitched girl, Scottish person, and Russian person.
Well, no one was at work respects me or listens to me, and I generally can't stand it. But you know, we still have food on the table.
Just because I mentioned Seth Armstrong doesn't mean this actually takes place in Emmerdale. We've still got food on the table.
Sorry, I wanted to make the bomb order.
Fucking
Okay.
James Dingle.
Guess it. All right, okay. I just want to stop you right there because I just remembered something I wanted to bring up since New Year's. So I spent New Year's around my parents and put on the TV and on BBC, and who should be basically the person who's singing right. So BBC right before 2020. So who is the voice who's going to bring in 2020 on the BBC?
Why were you watching the BBC?
Fucking who cares? It's BBC or Sky, one or two, whatever. Whoever gets the best view of the files. Okay, so who's singing right up until all the shit